The high lift jack has been time tested since 1905. The latest creation by High Lift in a long line of jacks is the First Responder Jack. This jack has been specially designed for auto and heavy extrication, urban search and rescue, and for the use by rapid intervention crews. The First Responder Jack is available in several sizes: 36, 48, and 60 inches. The First Responder Jack boasts an all cast iron and steel construction and is powder-coated yellow with functioning components in red. These red components offer luminescent properties for low light and IDLH atmospheres for RIC and RIT tool caches. The new 36 square inch, 360-degree pinnable rotational base provides options for chain slots and attachment points for straps. The base has aggressive teeth and the ability to accept two 4x4s to create a solid platform. All First Responder jacks are rated to lift 4,660 pounds and winch and clamp up to 5,000 pounds with a safety breaking point of 7,000 pounds. The jacks are easily stowed for rapid deployment. The First Responder Jack operates on the simple principle of mechanical advantage of approximately a 40-to-1 ratio. As the handle is operated, the climbing pins will lift and advance the large runner 7/8 of an inch. When operating the handle, do not use an extension or cheater bar. This is a one rescuer operation. When switching from a raise to a lower, the handle has to be in the neutral or up position. With the handle in this position, the rescuer can switch modes by applying pressure, unlocking the reversing latch. The First Responder Jack base is equipped with multiple attachment points to accept straps or chains. Before placing a load on the First Responder Jack, the pin holding the base to the cylinder can be removed to rotate the base in either direction to meet the objective. Note: then reinsert the pin perpendicular to the jack bar. The First Responder Jack base has a 7-inch grip, allowing it to accept two pieces of 4x4 cribbing. Equipment needed for the simple lift includes basic stabilization materials and a First Responder Jack. The use of a First Responder Jack allows a single rescuer to rapidly lift 4,660 pounds in a controlled manner. First, apply 4 to 6 point basic stabilization and chocks. Then, with the jack's base on a firm platform, place the large runner into the desired location on the vehicle. Preferably, this will be a structural member. At this point, place the handle in the neutral or up position and make sure the reversing latch is locked in the up position. Using one rescuer, operate the handle to meet the desired height. Remember to lift an inch, then crib an inch, following your load with cribbing. Raise the vehicle high enough to remove your patient. Equipment needed for the rear window tent includes basic stabilization materials and a First Responder Jack. The rear window tent is designed to create a rapid opening for long access extrication of occupants and rescuer entry. With the vehicle stabilized and safely chocked, remove the rear window glass. Now place two 18 to 24-inch 4x4s in line with the vehicle in the center of the hat rack or rear deck area of the vehicle. Next, rotate the First Responder Jack base and place it onto the 4x4 cribbing. Then, slide the large runner up to meet the bottom of the vehicle's roof in the center, assuring the handle is in the neutral or up position and that the reversing latch is also in the up position. Using one rescuer, ratchet the handle to push the roof up and the deck area down to meet the desired opening. To remove the jack, make sure the handle is in the neutral or up position. Now, using two hands, apply pressure to the handle in the down position. At this point, start ratcheting the handle and lowering the large runner until the jack is free. Equipment needed for the seat pushdown includes basic stabilization materials, soft and hard protection, and a first responder jack. The seat push-down maneuver is used to overcome mechanical or electrical seat lowering devices, allowing the seat back to be lowered for long access patient extrication. With the vehicle stabilized and safely chalked, remove the glass from the area where the first responder jack will be used. Apply soft and hard protection for the patient before placing the jack. Next, capture the top of the seat with the jack base and slide the large runner up to the window and roofline, assuring that the reversing latch is in the up position. At this point, have a second rescuer support the patient's back as the other rescuer ratchets the jack slowly, forcing the seat back away from the patient. You may now remove the jack or leave in place, depending on your patient's position and extrication plan. Equipment needed for popping the trunk or hood includes basic stabilization materials, a first responder jack, and a ratchet strap. Opening of a trunk or hood is necessary for access and inspection, as well as to disconnect batteries or to perform a trunk tunnel. With the vehicle stabilized and chalked, place a strap around the trunk to control opening. This step is not needed for hoods. Next, place cribbing under the location to be pressurized, followed by placing the first responder jack between the bumper and trunk or hood. The base should be firmly positioned on the bumper. Make sure that the reversing latch is in the up position and start ratcheting the handle until the trunk lid or the hood is forced open. Equipment needed for the B-post pushout includes basic stabilization materials, a 48-inch or 60-inch first responder jack, a ratchet strap, a 3/8-inch grade 80 chain, hard and soft protection, and a cutting tool such as an Ajax air chisel or sawzall. The B-post pushout maneuver allows the rescuer to push out or remove the damaged vehicle B-post or doors that are intruding into the patient compartment. With the vehicle stabilized and chalked, apply soft and hard protection to the patient. Once deemed clear of hazards, cut the top of the affected side B-post. Then, wrap a chain around the desired A, B, or C post on the opposing side. This application will depend on patient positioning. Next, place a 16 to 20 foot 3/8-inch grade 80 or better chain on top of the vehicle, draping it over the desired opening. Now, place the jack base on the chain, approximately 12 inches down from the roof rail. At this point, place the jack in the rear door on the hinge side or on the front door, capturing the B-post with the large runner. Now, apply a ratchet strap to the base of the jack and secure on the opposite side of the vehicle. With the reversing latch in the up position, extend the jack base until the jack and chain are tensioned. Once completed, start ratcheting the jack until sufficient space has been created around the patient. Equipment needed for the door pop includes basic stabilization materials, a first responder jack, a hose strap, hard and soft protection, and a cutting tool such as an Ajax air chisel or sawzall. The door pop maneuver allows rescuers the ability to open damaged vehicle doors without the use of hydraulics. With the vehicle stabilized and chalked, apply soft and hard protection to the patient. Next, remove all the glass from the vehicle and place the first responder jack with its base capturing the roof rail in the rear 1/3 of the door to be opened. At this point, consider placing foam balls, racket balls, wedges, or straps to force the door handles of the affected door in the open position. With the reversing latch in the up position, place the large runner onto the door frame next to the lock mechanism. Next, place a piece of webbing or hose strap around the post and door frame to be opened. This will allow a controlled opening. Using one rescuer, ratchet the handle of the jack, forcing the door to open or to create enough space to cut or box out the nadir pin. Equipment needed for the MAXI door operation includes basic stabilization materials, a first responder jack, a hose strap, hard and soft protection, and a cutting tool such as an Ajax air chisel or sawzall. The MAXI door maneuver allows rescuers to remove the rear door, B-post, and front vehicle door as one unit without the use of hydraulics. With the vehicle stabilized and chocked, apply soft and hard protection to the patient. Next, remove the glass from the vehicle, then strip the interior of the upper B-post, exposing any hazards. With the reversing latch in the up position, place the first responder jack in the rear 1/3 of the door frame of the rear door window. Now, place the base of the jack, capturing the roof rail. Once this is completed, place the large runner onto the door sill and tension the jack. Now, tie back the jack base with the hose strap or tie down. Once this has been completed, cut the upper portion of the rear door frame to allow for an easier spread of the rear door. At this point, using webbing or a hose strap, girth hitch around the rear post and door frame of the door to be opened for a controlled release of the door. Next, using one rescuer, ratchet the handle of the jack, forcing the door to open or to create enough space to cut or box out the nadir pin. The rescuer can now open the rear door completely. Move the jack to the front door and place it in the same position. The next step is to cut the top of the B-post. Force the front door and B-post out until the rescuer has enough room to cut the bottom of B-post at the rocker channel. Once this has been performed, strip the bottom of the B-post, then cut the bottom of the B-post completely until it is detached from the vehicle. Finally, pull the rear door, B-post, and front door to the open position and secure. Now the rescuer can cover all sharps and extricate the patient via long access. Equipment needed for a steering column lift includes basic stabilization materials, hard and soft protection, a 60-inch first responder jack, a 3/8-inch grade 80 chain, and a cutting tool such as an Ajax air chisel or sawzall. The steering column lift is used for creating space between the patient and the vehicle steering column. There are two options for the steering column lift. Option number 1, with the vehicle stabilized and chocked, apply soft and hard protection. Make sure respiratory precautions are in place for the rescuers and the patient. Remove the glass from the vehicle, as well as the windshield if needed. Place two 4x4 pieces of 18-inch cribbing in the firewall area on top of the hood. Next, wrap a 20-foot, 3/8-inch grade 80 or better chain around the steering column and an intact structural component at the front end of the vehicle that is in line with the steering column. Next, rotate the jack base and place the 60-inch first responder jack on top of the cribbing on the hood. Now place the large runner under the 3/8-inch chain, followed by removal of any slack in the chain. The jack handle can now be operated by using one rescuer until the desired height is reached. Option number 2. With the vehicle stabilized and chocked, apply soft and hard protection. Remove the glass and windshield as needed from the vehicle. Make sure respiratory precautions are in place for the rescuers and the patient. Using the 60-inch first responder jack, first rotate the base and then place it on top of the transmission hump with the large runner advanced above the dash. The handle should be facing toward the front of the vehicle. Next, wrap one end of 3/8-inch chain around the A-post closest to the steering column. Then, open the passenger side door and route the other end of the chain under the steering column and over the large runner. Place the other end of the chain down to a structural component at the passenger side rocker channel. At this point, one rescuer can ratchet the jack handle until the desired height is reached. Equipment needed for a pedal relocation includes basic stabilization materials, a first responder jack, and a hose strap or webbing. The pedal relocation maneuver is used to move the vehicle's control pedals laterally from either side and create room to disentangle patient entrapments. With the vehicle stabilized and chocked, apply soft and hard protection to the patient. Place webbing around an individual pedal or pedals that are entangling the patient's lower extremities, assuring there is a clear path for lateral movement of them. Once this is completed, place the base of the first responder jack horizontally at a 90-degree angle on the rocker channel or firewall. Now, slowly ratchet the jack until pedals have been moved the desired amount. Equipment needed for the dash lift includes basic stabilization materials, a first responder jack, and cutting tool such as an Ajax air chisel or sawzall. The dash lift is used for creating space between the patient and the vehicle dash or dashboard components. With the vehicle stabilized and chocked, apply soft and hard protection to the patient. Then, remove the glass from the vehicle, assuring respiratory protection is used by the rescuer and patient if possible. At this point, remove the door at the A-post using single door removal or MAXI door technique. Next, remove or raise the vehicle hood. Next, make a vertical cut or take out a 3-inch section of the top 1/3 of the A-post, followed by making 2 horizontal cuts large enough to insert the first responder jack. Now remove or bend out of the way the section between the 2 cuts. Once this is completed, use a long sawzall blade or Ajax air chisel and make a vertical cut as deep as possible behind the front strut tower and in front of the firewall on the fender support. Note, you may have to add additional cribbing under the rocker channel if structural integrity of the rocker is damaged. Next, place the large runner of the first responder jack into the cutout section in the lower A-post. Now, using one rescuer, ratchet the jack handle until the desired height is reached. Equipment needed for the dash roll includes basic stabilization materials, a first responder jack, and a cutting tool such as an Ajax air chisel or sawzall. The dash roll is used for creating space between the patient and the vehicle dash or dashboard components. With the vehicle stabilized and chocked, apply soft and hard protection to the patient. Then remove the glass from the vehicle. Use respiratory protection for the rescuer and patient if possible. Next, remove the door at the A-post using the single door removal or MAXI door technique. Next, make a vertical cut or take out a 3-inch section of the top 1/3 of the A-post. Now, make 2 small cuts about 1/4 inch deep and approximately 2 inches apart in the bottom 1/3 of the A-post. Once completed, make a horizontal cut at the base of the A-post between the door hinges. Now remove or raise the vehicle hood. With a long sawzall blade or Ajax air chisel, make a vertical cut as deep as possible behind the front strut tower and in front of the firewall on the fender support. Next, place the first responder jack at an approximate 45-degree angle, with the base of the jack at the intersection of the rocker channel and the base of the B-post. Place the large runner in between the 1/4 inch notches you have created at the bottom 1/3 of the A-post. Using one rescuer, ratchet the jack handle until desired height is reached. Note, you may have to add additional cribbing under the rocker channel if structural integrity of the rocker is damaged. As you lift the dash, place a wedge in the opening created at the firewall to prevent the dash from lowering back down. Finally, secure jack. Equipment needed for a heavy lift includes a first responder jack, a 3/8" grade 80 chain, and straps or slings. Not only is the first responder jack an invaluable tool on a vehicle extrication scene, it has many other useful applications as well. The jack can be used by itself, in tandem, or with other tools to perform many urban search and rescue and RIT functions. The applications are limitless in these environments. You can easily winch or clamp up to 5,000 pounds and lift up to 4,660 pounds, and when used with a 3/8" grade 80 chain, you can create anchors or purchase points when none are available. As you have seen, the first responder jack has unlimited uses when it comes to vehicle extrication situations, as well as in the urban search and rescue environment. When used with basic extrication materials and combined with safe work practices, you'll find that the first responder jack will be one of the most useful and diverse tools in your cache. This tool can minimize your time, simplify your rescue efforts, and increase your success. You will also find that the first responder jack is one of the most affordable and diverse tools that you can buy. For more information, please call the number on your screen or visit the website. The First Responder Jack. Back to basic innovations in technical rescue operations.